Welcome to an inspiring story that shows how learning English can be fun and simple. Meet John, a boy from a small town who once found English very difficult. He could not understand the words, he struggled to make sentences, and speaking in English seemed like a faraway dream. But everything changed when his teacher, Mrs. Clara, gave him a unique challenge. She handed John a list of 10 easy tasks and said, "John, if you follow these tasks every day, you will improve your English step by step." At first, John was unsure if he could do it. But with determination and guidance, he started his journey. Today, we will explore how John completed each task and gradually became confident in speaking, reading, and writing English. This story will inspire you and give you practical tips to improve your English too. Let us begin. John and the English Challenge. Task 1. Learn 5 words every day. The first task Mrs. Clara gave John was to learn 5 new words every day. She handed him a small notebook and said, "John, write 5 words that you see or hear around you. Then, use each word in a sentence. This will help you remember the words better." John began noticing English words everywhere. One day, he went to the market with his father. He saw a signboard that said fresh vegetables. He wrote the words fresh and vegetables in his notebook. Then, he noticed another board that said special discount. He added special and discount to his list. At school, he listened to his teacher and found new words like homework and chalkboard. He also heard his classmates using words like fast and happy. Every evening, John sat down to make sentences using the words he had collected. For example, he wrote, "I eat fresh vegetables every day. There is a special discount on fruits. The homework is easy today." By the end of the week, John had learned 35 new words. When he showed his notebook to Mrs. Clara, she smiled and said, "You are doing a great job, John. Keep going." Learning new words became a habit for John, and he started to feel more confident. Task 2. Greet people. The second task was about practicing speaking. Mrs. Clara said, "John, I want you to greet 5 people in English every day. Use simple phrases like good morning, hello, or how are you?" John was nervous at first. He worried that people might laugh at him. But he decided to try. One morning, he saw his neighbor watering the plants. He took a deep breath and said, "Good morning." His neighbor looked up, smiled, and replied, "Good morning, John. How are you?" John was surprised and happy. At school, he greeted his classmates with hello. He also said good afternoon to his teacher after lunch. When he visited the market with his father, he greeted the shopkeeper by saying, "Hello, how are you?" The shopkeeper smiled and replied, "I am fine. Thank you." Each time John greeted someone, he felt more comfortable speaking in English. This task showed him that simple conversations could make a big difference. Task 3. Watch cartoons. The third task focused on listening. Mrs. Clara told John, "Watch cartoons in English for 15 minutes every day. Pay attention to the words and sentences. Cartoons are fun and easy to understand." John chose a cartoon about animals. In one episode, he saw a bear and a rabbit talking. The bear said, "I am big and I am hungry," while the rabbit replied, "I can jump and I can run fast." John repeated these sentences after the characters. Soon, watching cartoons became John's favorite part of the day. He laughed at the funny scenes and enjoyed learning new words like forest, food, and chase. This task helped John improve his listening skills and learn natural ways to speak English. Task 4. Write a diary. For the fourth task, Mrs. Clara encouraged John to start writing. She said, "Write about your day in 3 simple sentences every night. This will help you practice forming sentences." On the first day, John wrote, I played football with my friends. I ate rice and vegetables for lunch. I watched a cartoon about animals. As days passed, John started adding more details to his diary. For example, he wrote, "Today, I went to the park with my sister. We played on the swings and the slide. In the evening, I helped my mother cook dinner. We made pasta. It was delicious." Writing a diary became a habit for John. It helped him practice his grammar and express his thoughts clearly. Task 5. Sing a song. The fifth task combined learning with music. Mrs. Clara gave John an English song with simple lyrics. She said, "Listen to this song and try to sing along. Music will help you remember words and phrases easily." John listened to the song many times. It had lines like "Never give up," "Always try and keep moving forward," "Step by step." At first, he struggled to sing along. But after a few days, he could sing the entire song without missing a word. Singing made John feel happy and confident. It also helped him improve his pronunciation and learn new phrases. Task 6. Read a storybook. Mrs. Clara handed John a storybook called The Clever Fox. She told him to read one page every day and try to understand the story. The story was about a clever fox who tricked a crow to get some cheese. John learned new words like clever, cheese, and tree. He also practiced sentences like "the fox is clever" and "the crow is sitting on the tree." After finishing the book, John felt proud. He shared the story with his sister and even acted out the scenes. Reading helped John understand grammar and sentence structures. Task 7. Speak for 1 minute. The seventh task was about building confidence in speaking. Mrs. Clara said, "John, speak in English about any topic for 1 minute every day." John started by talking about his dog. He said, "My dog is brown. He likes to play. He sleeps near my bed." At first, he felt nervous and made mistakes. But with practice, he started speaking longer sentences and felt more confident. Task 8. Ask questions. The eighth task was to ask questions in English. Mrs. Clara told John, "Ask 5 questions every day. This will help you start conversations." John asked his sister, "What are you doing?" She replied, "I am drawing." He also asked his father, "What is your favorite food?" And his father said, "I like pizza." Asking questions made John more comfortable in conversations. He realized that speaking English was not as hard as he thought. Task 9. Listen to stories. The ninth task focused on listening skills. Mrs. Clara gave John an audio story about a lion and a mouse. She told him to listen to the story every night. John learned words like brave, help, and roar. He also remembered sentences like "even a small friend can help." Listening to stories improved John's vocabulary and pronunciation. Task 10. Write a letter. For the final task, Mrs. Clara asked John to write a letter. She said, "Write about what you have learned so far." John wrote a letter to his cousin Mike, sharing his experience. He wrote about the words he learned, the cartoons he watched, and the songs he sang. Writing the letter made John realize how much he had improved. John's journey shows that learning English does not have to be difficult. By following simple tasks like learning new words, greeting people, and watching cartoons, John made steady progress. He gained confidence, learned new skills, and discovered that small steps lead to big changes. You can also improve your English by following these 10 steps. Start today, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. Remember, every word you learn is a step closer to success. Thank you for joining us on John's inspiring journey to learning English. We hope his story motivates you to start your own journey. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more helpful and fun content. Let us learn and grow together. See you in the next video.